Hey folks, Kevin here, and today I'm here to discuss about the difference between declaring a variable with var, let, or const. The reason I'm making this video is because many people still use var to this day. Many people don't use var, but they don't know the exact reason why. They just follow the flow. Let and const are more modern or whatever. But I think it's important to know why not to use var, and you might be asked that in a job interview. So let's go to the code. So first of all, for me, the first issue with var is that when you create a variable with var, you are able to access this variable before it was declared. Kevin, you can't access it. You're getting undefined. No, that's the output I would expect. That's an error. You can't access A before initialization. It shouldn't know A exists. Just like when you declare a function with the function keyword, first the code tries to find the functions and the vars, and they store them in a special place, so you can access them even though they weren't declared yet. But the assignment, so assigning the value of 3 to A, it just happens on the third line. So that's why it wasn't defined. But still, you wouldn't get the error like crashing your code, and you would probably get an unexpected error. So that's the first issue, in my opinion, with var. Hoisting. Hoisting, in my opinion, shouldn't exist. That's abnormal. Second issue with var, in my opinion, is that it doesn't respect the block scope. Like, it has a global scope and it also respects function scope, but not a block scope. It means that if I have a function and declare here b, I can't access b outside. Fine. But if I had, for example, a for loop, let me see if Copilot helps. It does. All right, it logs up to 9. But what if I add a console log I right here? What happens? You can pause the video to think. If you said it throws an error, you're definitely wrong. If you said logs 9, you're also wrong, by the way. It logs 10. And the reason for that is because it increments I one more time, and then it fails this condition because 10 is not less than 10. So we don't enter the loop again, but I is incremented. But regardless, we shouldn't be able to access I here, but it doesn't respect the block scope. If it was let, then I is not defined. That's exactly what we want. Hope it's clear so far. Do I have any more issues with var? Yeah, I do have. For example, if we create var a, we can redeclare var a as many times as we want, and JavaScript doesn't complain. That's diabolical. If it was let, then we would get an error. Oh, we're not getting errors. Oh, it thinks it's R. It's Rust. Let me get back to JavaScript. So we would get errors on the second line. Cannot redeclare block scoped variable A. So there you messed up. You did something wrong. You can still reassign variables. But if you put var or let, it means that you want to declare a new variable. So if you do that, you probably missed that you already have a variable with that name. So it's way safer to just use let. Those are the main reasons I don't like var. And just to mention it, the difference between let and const, all the properties I said about let apply to const except the reassignment. That's the only difference. So assignment to constant variable, that's an error. But the scoping, the lack of hoisting, everything should also apply to const. So in my opinion, what you should use is const always, let sometimes, and var never. Or if you didn't get enough parental loving, don't use var. Alright? Yeah, that's it. Short video today. I hope it is clear. I hope you learned something from it. And see you on the next video. Please like and subscribe.